today I'm going to show you how to make an interactive map using DataWrapper. So DataWrapper is an interactive map tool that is used a lot by journalists and by PRs to do map visualizations. You can see examples of how it can be used and its potential. If you just exact match search created with DataWrapper in Google. Now I've set Google News to past month and you can see so many stories use it. It's used by like the data team in The Guardian. It's used by all kinds of people like that. And if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So we start by just creating an account in DataWrapper, which is free to do. You go create new, you can do charts, maps, tables, map. And then these are three types of maps. So if you've got data about specific entire countries, then you choose the choropleth map. If you've got data about cities, rather than like whole provinces and whole regions, then you use the symbol map. And if you've got data within a city, like hyperlocal data, then use the locator map. I'm currently working on a story about how much rent, what percentage of rent that a new teacher's salaries go on. And it's divided up by city in the USA. So I'm going to go symbol map. So I just click symbol map. Cool, and then it loads. And then you want to search for what you're looking for. Now it divides things up into so many different ways, which is one of the really good things about a data mapper is no matter like how your data is spliced up geographically, there'll be a map for that. So I just type in USA, and even within the USA, there's loads and loads and loads. So mine is based on metropolitan areas. So metropolitan areas. And DataWrapper, it has state metropolitan areas, but if you scroll down to the bottom, then you've got whole metropolitan areas. So you look for the most recent one. In this case, it's 2019. That's what I'm going to select. And then you just click proceed. Cool. And then you want to upload your file. Cool. And another thing that's really cool about DataWrapper is it like understands, so long as you spell them correctly, it understands like what these places are. So you then click generate coordinates, and it takes a little bit of time to do it, but it's now actually populating this map. I know that Excel Maps does this as well, but still I think it's really cool. So you just want to wait for it to populate. That done, and then scroll down and you get proceed. So at the moment we've got a map with all the locations that we've mapped out, but there isn't actually an interactive element to it. So you can choose things like what the symbols look like, just general appearance. I like to just make everything as big as possible. So full map, make everything big. You can toggle this on and off. I prefer to keep this on. Make map zoomable. That means you can like do shit like this, which you kind of want it to be as interactive as possible. And there's too many things you can add like keys and legends and stuff, but honestly, there's too many things here. If I only had like 10, then I might do that. But annotate is where most of the magic happens. So insert title. So what is the title? What percentage of new teachers' salaries go on rent? ? Description: 100 largest metropolitan areas in the USA. You can even add some other stuff, but you could probably add like your methodology there. So data taken from And then you can just say where the data's taken from. I'm not going to look it up. I've got it written down somewhere. Who published the data source? In this case, it's Wingman Tracker. My client. And then you can add, this is like the alt text. The way you make it actually interactive is with the tooltip. So you click toggle tooltips on, click customize tooltips, and then it's got all the columns in your Excel file. So we want to put the address place, and that will start populating as that. And then we want, in the body, we want this, this, and this. So at the moment, it's just giving us all the data sort of in a row, which we don't want. But this is extremely intuitive. You don't need to use like HTML or anything. You can just treat it like a Google Doc, basically. So if I just do that, then that puts it all in a line. And then I want monthly take-home pay. Then I want average studio apartment rent. Average monthly is probably better. Apartment rent. And then percentage of salary that goes on rent. Let's have a look how that looks. It's still looking kind of crowded, so maybe if I add another enter. So if you need a bit of help with this, then it gives you this, which is quite useful. So you can do bold. So what I want to do is a line break. So I do BR, BR. That's better. I'm just going to do a average monthly studio apartment rent, percentage of salary that earns on rent. So yeah, this is starting to look good. And what else I want to do is I want to sort of color code it based on the percentage of salary. So I want a lower percentage to be like a nice color, and then a higher percentage to be like a red, basically. So like, red is good. Sorry, red is bad. Nicer color is good. And the way you do this is you go back to refine, and it's the color thing. So here are your sort of variables. So these are just the columns and the rows. So you could go percentage of salary that goes on rent. And now it gives you a sort of sliding scale thing. And it goes from our highest to our lowest. You can just sort of change the colors here based on what you want. So yeah, you want that looks good. So like it's like high is like a dark, horrible red. whereas low is a far more chill yellow. And I think you can actually like choose like whatever color you want. No, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. I've tried doing it myself a few times and I can never make it look good. So I'm just going to finish this off with the methodology and then come back to you. Cool, so once you've done that, you just click proceed again. And then this gives you like a few more layout themes. Automatic dark mode. Which, yeah, just does what it says there. Like it makes it responsive to dark mode, which is kind of cool. You can... I like to make it as embeddable as possible. So you put in like embed links, download image links, just make it as shareable as possible, which is what you want. And you can even add like social media share buttons to it as well. So yeah, proceed. And then you click publish. And then what it gives you is a link to the visualization, an embed code, and it also will email all this information to you. So what we really want is the embed code. That's what I'm going to send to journalists and embed on the client's website eventually. So you copy that. I then just like to test it on my own site. So I just go add new page. So here we go. So we just do test. Then we go on to text. Paste that in. Preview. And there we go. Cool. So I just want to change one thing. So annotate. I want to just say new teachers. Monthly take home pay. Proceed. Republish. Get the embed code. Paste it in. Save draft. Preview. And there we go. So you can now just put this embed code in. I just put it in a Google Doc, and then you send that as a Google Doc to the journalist. And you're like, if you want to embed this map, then here you go. So that's how you do maps and DataWrapper. This is a very basic one. You can do much more advanced ones, but this one, this one will do the job in most campaigns. So if you enjoyed that video, you learned something, and you'd like to work with me, you can go to my website at olliebaysdigital.com or just Google Ollie Bays Digital, which is the name of this channel, and you will find me and you can find out more about me there, make an inquiry. If you want to just straight up email me, my email address is ollie@olliebaysdigital.com. And if you just like the video but you don't really want to speak to me, fair enough, but please like, comment and subscribe.